Hey there, wild ones. Welcome or welcome back to That Wild Spark YouTube channel. Kat here with a new timeless collective reading, meaning no matter when you come across this message and it resonates with you, it is for you. These messages are for all the signs, all the people, all the time. So if you come across it, it's for you. Also, the messages on this channel are all love readings. So if you are looking for love, looking for answers as far as love goes, this may just be the message for you. I do hope you are having a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And I do hope that life is treating you kind. All right, we're going to go ahead and shuffle this handwritten deck 2 more times. 1 time here, 2nd time here. And we're going to jump right on in and see what message needs to come through. We're going to look at the overall energy between you and the person that you came into this message for here. Wild ones, you got enlightenment. Let's get one more. What else? Overall energy. Ooh, that one flipped over, but it stayed back. Let's look here. Flipped all the way over and stayed down. We're going to go ahead and take it, though. Oh my gosh. Somebody's having a breakthrough, okay? Somebody's having a breakthrough about how much you mean to them and how much or what it would mean for you not to be in their lives anymore. You've got enlightenment and commitment, okay? So somebody's having a big breakthrough, wild ones, about you having you in their life, what it would mean. What would it mean if you weren't in their life anymore? How would that affect them? How huge would that be? Look, you've got this loving energy, this energy of open hands, okay? With enlightenment, there is no separation. We recognize that we are one with the divine, okay? And you have commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. So somebody is just seeing that breakthrough. I don't know, something may have happened. Maybe you had a big argument. Maybe you had a big coming to like Jesus meeting about things. Maybe you've been setting boundaries, maybe whatever it may be. They're having a breakthrough that without you, or right, what it means to have you in their life and what their life would be like without you, that without you, their life would not be as amazing, okay? They've got that inner at the bottom of the deck. You've got respect your relationship. So this person, there could have been a moment where they lapsed judgment in how they were treating you, how they were showing up, kind of how things were going. And it feels like you maybe are like, hey, you better, right? Respect me, respect this relationship, respect this bond here, okay? A love bond grows stronger over time. Respect this bond. Or, I don't have to be here. This one doesn't always have to be this way, right? And they're like, oh, ish. Those wild ones, they're not playing around, right? Very serious here. You've got the 8 of Pentacles, commitment. So you've got double commitments, double confirmation coming through here, dedication, work, and effort. You see, this is exactly what it is, right? That 8 of Pentacles is coming through, double commitment coming in here. Wild ones, they're feeling the heat, right? Whatever you've been putting out there, those boundaries, that energy of respect within the relationship, that energy of right, really opening their mind or their eyes to what it would be or something. However this is coming through, they're ready to work hard, put in the effort, be dedicated, and be respectful, okay? I don't know what you did, but however it is, they are willing and ready to, oh, the devil, yeah, there, that might be a little bit of a telling tale right there. That bond, right? That bond is what they're wanting to work on, but the devil is coming through with a potential for a codependent or not completely healthy bond, right? So that may be a little bit obsession and addiction, toxicity and excess, codependency. You've got that heart coming through there, wild one. So listen, you got some pretty, it's almost as if there was a little bit of it feels like overcompensation, like somebody was a little over jealous, somebody was a little over, right, over clingy, over attached, codependent, like almost like you couldn't even breathe and you were like, whoa, 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 whoa. If you don't step back, this isn't going to work, right? We've got to have respect. We've got to have individualism. We've got to be able to do our own thing. And if you want my heart, you're going to have to really figure this shit out, because that's going to be too much. And they're wanting that commitment. They want that. But some parts of it may be a little overzealous, and you're like, there's got to be respect. We got to be able to have our own stuff. This bond, loving this bond, right? And all the things, but we got to be able to have our relationships with our friends, with our family, with our coworkers, by ourselves, individual, whatever it may be. So there is a lesson to learn within this, okay? Let love show you how to learn from each other, okay? So there is a lesson coming through. This person's having a big breakthrough, okay? This person, you got lovers at the bottom. So lovers and the devil, I mean, that energy, yeah. It's almost as if this person, twin flames balance spiritual love. It's almost as if this person, your person here, wild ones, was like, but they're mine, but they're almost like possessive, okay? And they're beginning to see now that, you know what? Yes, a commitment does mean sharing our lives together, does mean sharing a lot of things together, but it doesn't mean sharing everything together. So there's a choice, there's a balance. That energy needs to come through, okay? That strength showing up at the bottom. You got the three major arcanas here. Courage, confidence, inner power. And look at the coloring here. Okay, with the yellow with the two flowers coming through here. All right, there is that it took a lot of strength, a lot of courage for you to come up and be like, hey, no, we've got to set some boundaries, we've got to this and that. It's almost like a love it or leave it kind of energy. We've got to be able to do the things that we need to be able to do to get to that 10 of cups, okay? But we have to be able to have our own lives and have our own individual likes and friends and stuff as well. Not meaning that you can't ever do anything together, yes, but it feels very much like this person was thinking that commitment, that ring, potentially for some of you, for others it may be newer in the relationship, but that meant that no matter what, you guys were bonded and stuck at the hip 24/7, no matter what. I mean, it feels very very much as if they just thought that this was gonna be like the whole kit and caboodle, and that you guys never had anything outside of that, right? With that codependency, with that energy. Now there's also I mean, this quarter here, okay, I don't know what that might mean for somebody, but it's sticking out that they're in that Eight of Pentacles with that commitment. There's this quarter, dedication, work, and effort. Okay, of course that is a pentacle, so it could have to do with comfort and potentially money. But that quarter could mean something to somebody. That's very it just feels like it's very much sticking out, and it feels like it's odd, right, within the tree and like the house in the background, and there's just a quarter right in the middle of all of that. There was something that stood out to you, it feels like, wild ones, that really opened your mind to this idea of something being a bit unhealthy and needing to create those boundaries and right, that energy of respect and independence as well as commitment within the relationship. You have that double commitment, but your person feels like they are committed, like over the top. But you're looking for that 10 of cups. They're looking for that 10 of cups, happiness, family, harmony, emotional stability. That is what you're working at getting towards, but the boundaries got to come into play. There's a lot of learning lessons, doing it together, that's got to come through. And it feels like your person hasn't really been a team player. They've been wanting to be the captain and you to be underneath them, or they want to be the boss and you to be the employee kind of energy, which is really interesting. Yeah, I let my emotions get the best of me, see? It feels like they haven't really been being a team player. So this is going to be a breakthrough. They're going to see within this, you showing up and potentially setting the boundaries and showing that respect, and or you know, letting them know that the respect has to be there. You have to respect each other in the relationship for that to go any further. They're going to have they're having a big breakthrough. They're going to see things a bit different. And I feel like you're going to see a big difference within them, whether it's a lesson that's learned for ever, or a moment just to, that's going to be the choice, right? With the lovers, that's going to be the real thing to see here for you guys. Let's get one more or two more cards out here. They let their emotions get the best of them, and it feels very much, there's fear, there's a bit of a energy of insecurity, there's a potential that your person that you came into this message for here, wild ones, may feel as if you are too good to be true or too good for them. Whether that is true or not, there's that energy of separation that they have been feeling, and they're trying to close that gap by being overbearing and just kind of very codependent and a bit out of control, if I do say so. That bond, though, that bond is there's a potential for it to be strengthened with you speaking up and telling this person, whoa, 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 right? Got I'll see you soon. So that energy of I'll see you soon, there is that connection that's still there, which is amazing. Okay. Oh, there it is. Our connection is so strong. See, it feels like your person feels like that connection is so strong, and I'll see you soon. It could almost be a bit daunting for some of you with the energy coming through, but they're going to have a breakthrough. They're going to see, I give up, you win. Okay. So this is it. They're going to have a breakthrough. They're going to be like, you know what? Okay, we're going to balance this out. It took a lot of courage for you to come forward and telling me this. I do want this commitment. You've got that double commitment coming through, but I do have that. I did have that breakthrough. I don't want to imagine my life without you. I couldn't even. So I'm going to really work on this. I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go of control and wanting to be the boss or wanting to be the team leader or whatever it is specifically, right? Or trying to be overbearing. You win. Okay, kind of that team leader kind of energy coming through, or that boss energy. You win. I'm gonna do things and adhere to the boundaries and that respect and that bond that you have asked me to. Okay, my heart still whispers your name. They know that they feel like you're the one, right? Fun adventures together. That is what is coming through, right? That hope, that want, that wish. But this breakthrough had to come through. Otherwise, there was a potential it was actually going to break it apart. The no respect, that feeling of not creating a solid bond, not learning the lessons or working together, but working, one above the other, or so it kind of is coming through. But it does feel like with this new understanding, with that energy of kind of releasing control or right trying to work to be the leader of sorts within the relationships, which is wild. It does feel like there will be fun adventures together, that potential for that happiness, that 10 of cups, but it's a choice that you get to make, and you get to see what happens over time if you choose. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated. See you in the next one.